Hi there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to the Be a Better You annual challenge, day 35. Today we're talking about and asking the question, why? We're either asking it 5 times. There's a tool called the 5 Whys tool, and there's a tool called the 7 Whys tool. 7 Whys I learned from Dean Graziosi, and I've shared it for the last this is my 5th year sharing it. I learned it in 2020. He did in January of 2020, before the pandemic was a thing. He did a training as part of his New Year kickoff that shared a tool that he had learned in a 6-figure mastermind that he was a part of. It was called the 7 Whys, and it takes the 5 Why exercise. You may have heard of that one or not, and it puts it a little bit on steroids by digging 2 levels deeper. Now, I like to use the 7 Why exercise when I'm trying to figure out what is my personal motivation for doing something. And I like to use the 5 Why exercise when I want to find out, what am I really afraid of? What's holding me back? Why haven't I created the confidence that I really want to have in my life in a certain area or specific aspect of my life? So I'll share an example of that. I actually did a write-up for this today. I actually did it yesterday for Kelly and for John. And Kelly is a new coach, and she wants to build and grow and supersize her business. And I shared both the 7 Why exercise and to get at what is her driving force, her passion, her purpose. And I did the 5 Why exercise to get at what is it that's really, really, what is she really afraid of and what's holding her back? Why hasn't she been more confident? Why is she afraid to grow and build and supersize her business? And then for John, he is a mid-level corporate guy who wants to be in the C-suite. And he wants to know, number 1, 5 Whys is what's holding him back. What's he afraid of? What does he need to do to get into that C-suite? And for the 7 Why exercise, what is his driving force and purpose? What is the thing that will keep him going and resilient when the going gets tough? Because whether you're running your own business or working for someone else, life is a challenge, and we need to be able to handle those challenges as they come our way. So all we do for both the 7 Why exercise and the 5 Why exercise, and the difference to me is the question I ask on the front end. So for example, the 7 Why, let's do the 5 Why first. Let's do the negative first, because that's where everybody's brain goes first. If I want to find out what's holding me back, what I'm afraid of, why I haven't done the thing I want to do, and I really want to get down to it, I can ask myself a question like, where's my magnifying glass? That's always my best question. Why do I lack confidence to why do I lack confidence in a certain area or aspect? And I just start with that. Why do I lack confidence in speaking up for myself in meetings? That might be one of John's. Or why do I lack confidence? And then the next question is, I answer that. And whatever the answer is, I turn that into the question for the next why. I do that for both the 5 Why and the 7 Why exercise. But I start out with, why do I lack confidence in the 5 Why exercise? And I start out with a different question in the 7 Why exercise. And then I ask myself, why do I want something? So why do I want something is very different than why do I lack confidence with the thing that I want. And it gives us 2 different answers, but they usually meld together in some way, shape, or form. And both exercises are very powerful in helping us get to know ourselves better, be more self-aware. I always say that, I don't know if I always have, but I say now that when we ask the question why, we should only ever ask it of ourselves, because we're the only person that's ever going to understand that or understand the answers. And our why is important to us. It's probably not important to other people necessarily. Sometimes it is in different areas and aspects of our life, but sometimes it's not, right? People ask us, well, why'd you do that? Why'd you say that? Then we can explain, but that's a different context than using the 7 or 5 Why tool for self-awareness. I'm probably going long, but let's run through an example of this. Let's use Kelly. And Kelly, which I don't know which we should do, 7 or 5. Let's do 7 because that is more positive, and I always like to go for the positive. So Kelly's question would be, how do I was should have written all this down. I did write it down. I did the write-up, but I didn't take notes on it. And my printer's out of ink. Imagine that. So Kelly's 7 whys. Why do I want to be more confident to supersize my business? Why do I want to be more confident to grow and build my business? And the answer to that, she said, was because I want to attract more clients and grow my revenue. Well, why do you want to attract more clients and grow your revenue? Because I want to build a sustainable and thriving coaching business. Well, why do you want to build a sustainable and thriving coaching business? Well, because I want to make a real impact and help people transform their lives. Well, why do you want to make a big impact and help people transform their lives? Well, because I believe everyone deserves success and confidence. Well, why do you believe everyone deserves success and confidence? Because I struggled with self-doubt and overcame it, and I want to help other people to do the same. Well, why did you struggle with self-doubt, and how did you overcome it, and why do you want to help people do the same? Because I know how painful it is to feel stuck and unsure of yourself. Well, why do you know how painful it is to feel stuck and unsure of yourself? And why do you want to help people to overcome that? And she said, because I want to leave a legacy of empowerment and change lives. So that gets down to her core driving purpose. So when she's going through the day-to-day of building and growing and supersizing her business, if she remembers that that's what she wants and that's why she's doing this, that will get her through all the little bumps and bruises along the way. And there will be many. There just are. That's how life is. So that's the positive focus and the 7 why exercise. That's why I share that one every month. I've shared it every month since, I think probably since 2020, maybe every other month in 2020 and 2021, because I only did a chat. Well, I shared it with other people, but I shared it in mass every other month in those 2 years. And now the last 3 years and this year, I will share it every single month because I know how powerful it has been for me in my life. And I'd known about the 5 why exercise and used that for literally decades. And I, like Dean Graziosi, was a little skeptical as to whether asking why 2 more times would make a difference or not. That absolutely positively does. And you only know that when you actually do the exercise. So I'm going to challenge you today to do this exercise. Do the 5 whys on why are you not confident in a certain area that you want, and ask that question 5 times, and then do the 7 why exercise. Drill down to, why do you want to be more confident, right? Because that's what it really boils down to, is you will be driven by what it is that you want and your desire, because that's what we're going to learn to focus on this year. Any questions, hit me up. If you're struggling getting through the 7 whys or the 5 whys, ask. I've done it literally thousands of times for myself and with other people. That's it. Have an awesome day, and I'll of course be with you tomorrow. Why? Because I want to make the world a better place, one person or more at a time. Have an awesome day. That's not really it. Bye.